Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Sadiq. In this session, we learn about the map chart. So what is the map? Map is nothing but you want to present the information using a geographically representation, geographical locations. Like examples, we have the sales belonging to a different state, a different country. Okay, so now you want to compare which country has done a better sales by presenting that in the form of a graph. Or within the country is state, which state has done a better sales, which state has done a lower sales, or which state has done a higher profit or a lower profit or a negative profit. You want to have this kind of a comparisons. We use this particular map chart. Now if I have to create a map chart, the requirement for the map chart is it should have at least one geographic field. Geographic field is generally nothing but a field which is representing the geographic locations. Like example, it can be a state, it can be a country, it can be a city, or it can be a pin code, a postal code. Now let us see practically how do we create this particular map chart. So if I have to create this particular map chart, so I will just select a simple shape map. So we have a different filled map also. And also we have a symbol map. So this is a shape or filled map, rather I can say. I've selected this particular map. So let me take it to the full screen. So now in this particular thing, so we observe that we have three things here. One is the location. Okay, and we have legends. We also have a color saturations. We look into all those particular things one by one. The first thing is the minimum requirement for creating the map chart is we should have at least one geographical field. That is either the country or a state or a city. So I'm using the sample superstore data, which has the information about states, the sales in United States. So it has a different state-wise sales, what it is there. So I'm using this one. So here I will select the location as state. I'll just take the states. As soon as I select the state, you can see it automatically plots a chart based on the states where the sales have been done. So you can see almost in every states of United States, the sales is being done. Okay. Now what I want is, I want to do a kind of a comparison studies, like which state has done a better sales, which state has done the lower sales. I want to get this analysis. So what we do, we have this color saturation. So I want this color to be filled based on the sales value. So I'll select the sales. And I can select I can include this to the color saturation. As soon as you include this, you can see this particular map. Each state of this particular map is filled with a gradient color because I have selected a measurable value here. So that is a sales. So you can see the states which has done the highest sales has filled with dark blue. And the state which has done the lower sales is with low intensity color. Okay, so we understand that California has done the highest sales. Then we have a New York. These two states are something like, extremely very good sales they have done. And then we see that we have a Washington and Texas, a kind of average, above average or something. And we see that, this particular state, say North Dakota, it is just $919 per sales. Here we have 4,57,000. You can see a huge difference. So you can see there is a huge difference in the color. So that means all they have done, but the very, very low sales. So we see the sales like 89,000 in Florida. So higher sales, the intensity of the color is high. The lower the sales, the intensity of the color is low. Okay. So that is what we do it. Okay. So either see in this, what you can do is we can represent only one measure. So either you include a sales or you can include the profit. Now I want to know which state has given how much of profit. Instead of sales, I'll remove the states in the color saturation. I'll include the profit here. I'll take the profit. So as soon as I select the profit, you can see it fills this particular color based on the profit. So we see again, California, New York has given me the highest profit, but Texas was above average sales, but now you can see the color is low. Now, generally, when I talk about profit, there can be a negative value. What I want is, if it is a negative profit, I want to show it to the different color. I want to have a color gradient for a negative also. So let us see how do we do that. So I'll just go to the formatting. In the formatting, so we have fill color. And you can see the gradient color, minimum and maximum, what has been filled. Minimum is the light color, maximum is the low. But since I have taken a profit here, profit can be a negative value. So I can go with the gradient okay, with multi. And here I can just say maximum, that if it is the higher sales, let me select a green color. And if the sales is low, I'll select a red color. And the middle level, I'll just select a white color. Okay, so now you can see the way it has been filled here is, and we can see, okay, and center, I'll just give center point as 0. Center is 0. So we can see the lowest the profit is minus 25,000, highest profit is what to say 7,63,000 something. Now the states which has done the highest profit is in dark color. As the profit is reducing, the color of the green is reducing. Okay, so we see Washington is lower profit. Okay, all these are lower profit. But when you see this reddish color is like, the whitish color is almost like, very, very low profit. And if it is red color, we can see it's a negative profit. So we see that Texas is done, okay, when it comes to profit wise, it has a big negative, almost minus 26,000. Okay, and then we can see so many negative profits, like Peninsula is negative profit, Ohio is a negative profit. I can see Colorado is a negative profit and things. Okay, so this is also again a light reddish color. So fine, we are able to see this particular things. Fine. So this is how we are able to analyze it. Hey, now what I want is, I want to present this particular data in the different regions. Okay, we have 4 regions in the United States. No, we have a West region, Central region, East region, and the South region. So I want to see this particular states divided based on the region, which states belongs to what region. We have a legend here. In the legend, I will include the region. When I include the region, so you can see here, so this states will be divided based on the region wise. So we see that all these are the states which belongs to, what is it, the West region. So these are the regions which belongs to the Central region. So these are the region which belongs to South and East respectively. So you want to change that colors. So you can see individual colors have been given and the legends are representing warrior. So you have the rights to change the color. So I say in the Central region, instead of this, I just want to have something kind of a greenish color. Cool. We can just say that automatically the legend changes and all this also changes. So this is what is your, what I say, shape map, where we are trying to fill this particular colors based on the measurable values, as well as the dimensions also we have used. That is, a region is a dimension. Okay. Now, apart from this, we do also have other chart in the other map chart. So the main purpose of going for the other chart is, in a single chart, I want to represent both the sales as well as the profit. Okay. So in that case, we have something called as a symboled map chart. So we'll see about symboled map chart. We'll just see how do we go for it. I'll just hit on this particular new page for adding a new page. So we have this particular chart here, map. Okay, you can include this kind of a globe symbol. So I'll select this particular chart. So in this chart, what happens is, I'll just get into the focus mode so I can see the complete screen. See, charts are there, but there are some symbols here, bubble symbols are there. Now, again, for a chart, we need to have a geolocation. So I'll just select state as my location field. I'll select the state as my location field. So it shows me all the states, but I have not selected any measure here. Okay, now we can see this are the states where the sales has been done. We can see the name of the states. Okay, and all these are the states where the sales has been done. And we can see that, a kind of a small circles are being there. And almost all the circles are also the same size, because we are not using any kind of a measuring criteria based on which the size of the circle has to be there. Okay, now we can see here, so we have this thing called as bubble size. We have this bubble size. So what is this particular bubble size? Bubble size to say, like, I want this particular size of the bubble to be set based on the sales value. Okay, so what I will do in this, we have add data. There I will include the sales. As soon as I include the sales into the bubble size, so you can see the size of the bubbles have been changed. Okay, so we see that California and New York, the bubble size is big, and we can see the other bubbles are small. Okay, so that means it is an indicator telling that, okay, this particular states have done the higher sales. So then is a kind of above average sales. Okay, and these are the states where the sales are low. Fine. Okay. Now, this is what we are able to analyze it from This is a symboled map. So now what I want is, I want to add a legend to this. Legend is like, I want to know, in California has done the highest sales. If I want, I can increase the size of this bubble. I'll go to the formatting. And we have a bubble size here. So we can just slightly increase the size of this, reduce this. So we can see the size of the bubbles are increasing. We can observe that. Yeah. So I can just make it to 0, 1, 2 also is fine. So we see that the size has been changed. I've just slightly, I think 0 should be good. Okay. Not too very big, not overlapping. So not too very small. Now what I want in this one is, I just want to know how this particular, what to say, the segment wise, how the sales is happening. Okay. So I'll just take this. I'll say the segment. Segment is, we have 3 segments of customers. We have a customers from the consumer segment, we have the home office and the corporate segment. So we see that in California, so we have almost 50% of the sales is from the consumer segment. That is the light blue color. So you can see the legends are here. And the next 30% are from the corporate segment, around 20% of the sales from the home office. And when you see this Montana, we have the complete maximum, like you say, 80% of the businesses there from the home office. Okay, very less from the consumer and almost no from the corporate segment in this. And we can see in this particular Wyoming, so we can see the complete sales is from the home office. We don't have a corporate segment of customers. We don't even have a consumer segment of customers. Okay. And we can see Florida. Okay, it's, I think, equally divided by the consumer, corporate and things. That is what is the understandings we see. So we can see some states only the, okay, home office business is being done and so on. So we analyze this particular thing. Fine, clear? So what is that I did? I went to the legend, added the segment. So we can add even the same way you can add a category or any this one in this particular field. Let me add a profit into this. When I include the profit, okay, so what is happening here is, okay, profit is not able to differentiate with the colors. Fine. There are many. This was the where we need to add a dimension. So profit is a measurable value. So we can include the category, like, you know, which category has been sold the highest. So I can just say category. So when you select the category here, so almost in every the place, you know, most of the places, you know, equally all categories has been sold. But we can see in this particular place, only furniture has been sold. Okay. And we see that okay, some state in this particular place, you can see more of office supply product is being sold. Okay. And we have something like that kind of a distribution. So otherwise, you know, almost all the, what I say, states, so equally, like, you know, distributed with all the categories of products. Fine. So this is about your symbol map. See, what is the advantage of using a symbol map is we can add an additional legend here. So with the help of which we can see within the each state, okay, the category wise sales or the segment wise sales, how they are being performed. And also not only that, okay, the size of the bubbles, okay, is representing the measurable value, which can be either the, what you say, the sales, or it can be the profit. So this is the advantage of going for this particular symboled map. Okay, thank you.